Bismillah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hey friend, let me introduce myself. My name is Suryadi. My student ID number is A23120006. I am a student of the Mathematics Education Study Program at Tadulako University. On this occasion, I will explain a little related to the mathematical material, namely the absolute value. This material is certainly not foreign to fellow students in general, more specifically to students of mathematics education. But for the younger siblings who are still in high school, there may still be many who have just heard of this absolute value material. Okay, next, absolute value concept. In mathematics, there is the concept of something that is never valuable negative is called absolute value. The absolute value of the number 3 is written absolute value 3 is 3, and the absolute value of the number -3 is written absolute value -3 is 3. Whatever big or small the value of the number, absolute value is never negative value. Next, the concept of absolute value of a number. The absolute value of the number x denoted by absolute value x is defined as follows. Absolute value x is distance x from 0 on the number line. Formally, the absolute value of x is defined by or can be written absolute value x equal to x if x more than or equal to 0, and absolute value x equal to minus or negative x if x less than 0. Problem versus solution. Problem: determine the result of A, absolute value 5, and B, absolute value -5. Solution: for A, absolute value 5 equal to 5 because 5 exactly 5 units from 0. And for B, absolute and solution for B, absolute value -5 equal to 5 because -5 exactly 5 units from 0. The above definition can be interpreted as follows. The absolute value of a positive number or 0 is that number itself, and the absolute value of a negative number is the opposite of that number. For example, specify A, absolute value 9, and B, absolute value -4. Solution: A, absolute value 9 equal to 9 because the distance 9 from 0 is 9. And solution for B, absolute value -4 equal to 4, because the distance -4 from 0 is 4. Next, absolute value function. Definition: an absolute value function is a function whose variable is in absolute sign. Example, absolute value function fx equal to absolute value x. We first determine the points so that when drawing a graph of the absolute value is easier, like this. Next, connect the coordinates of the points obtained earlier in Cartesian coordinate, so that the graph of the absolute value function above is formed. We need to know that the graph of the absolute value function is always shaped like the letter 5, the letter phi, not 5, the letter phi. Okay. Next, based on the definition of absolute value obtained, fx equal to absolute value x is x, absolute value x equal to x if x more than or equal to 0, and absolute value x equal to -x if x less than 0. Take note: A, graph fx equal to absolute value x never below the x-axis. B, for x more than or equal to 0, the graph fx equal to absolute value x is a graph of fx equal to x. And C, for x less than 0, fx equal to absolute value x is fx equal to -x or -x. Okay, so much material that I can convey. Thanks. Hope it is useful. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.